Okay,
Surely that's
Trex.
not real.
No.
It's just going to be Viper
Wait,
for
wait, wait.
him.
I mean, but Trex is playing Vice.
Yes, he's locked that in. Kiko's going to be going on the Omen. No surprises on the side of DRX because our eyes were just on Team Liquid. Why are you doing this?
I think Nats is just gonna lock Viper here, and then this is a really standard comp on Corrode.
Yeah, I hope so, because, you know, back in the days when he was on Gambit and famously picked up 3 duelists to turn them into superstars in other roles, but it was not Nats. Nats was the constant, you know, sentinel play. He never flexed. He always did what he was meant to do.
There's no way. There's no way.
In this first half, I'm really going to be watching the mid-control game. DRX is really having excellent comp to fight into that one. He's doing his speech right now. I think he's going to let the time tick down and
I mean,
pivot away last second.
The closest thing that we have when him playing something that isn't a sentinel or maybe the one fade one time is the chamber.
Right?
It's the chamber. His chamber, he has gone there before. He's opping these days, you know, he's doing weird things like that. But if they are hedging their Champions playoffs chance on a Nats,
he locked it!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was not in my bingo card.
This is insanity.
Okay.
I need to know why.
So they're playing.
He's probably talking about it now and we can't hear it.
I mean,
Open his mic.
This essentially becomes somewhat of a mirror now. Both teams have strength in their hard execs. Nats is going to be acting like a drone, double dashing in, using his hinder to then set camo up on this Neon to enter into the sites. But this is DRX's idea that they're playing into them. What a cool mirror idea to start.
Yeah, and in all 5 years, Nats has only ever played 10 agent. What a time, Brandon Sideshow, for him to be flexing on the global stage.
What an absurd twist in the narrative that we've got here for this opening match between these two teams. Not quite an opening match, it's an elimination match. It's a match that gets you into playoffs, man. And Nats is pulling out the duelist, the Waylay.
Oh my god.
What is going on?
I love it. You have to do something different, right? When you play against a team the second time. I thought the map itself was going to be the difference.
Yeah.
Because they didn't play Corrode up against each other previously. And I was worried because I was like, well, I actually think that the EMEA teams are a bit behind the meta.
Yeah.
They don't play the double duelist. Double duelist looks amazing on this map. And then it's Nats looking in the Waylay to open.
Just no way.
It's ludicrous.
Well, let's see it then in action. Our opening map here of Corrode, it is ludicrous.
Now, normally, you don't get as good mid control, but actually, DRX giving up mid a lot here. And you might get a Waylay v Waylay clash, if anything. Nats and Hyunmin may meet around A-Link.
Yeah. No real pushback as well for the A split, so Team Liquid are gearing up. No real util being used either.
Look at DRX expecting some kind of exec.
Could be going for a bit of a rolling retreat, taking a fight straight away though. That's Nats dropped and already seen that pressure coming in from the side. The hinder to try and take the fight. Flashback though is finished off.
Patty did an amazing job there, killing Hyunmin actually through the hinder.
Leaves it just down to 2 here. It's Mako and Freeing. Going to be scurrying to the scene of the crime. Deep plan for Team Liquid. Full control towards the back of the site. Even main compromised. Kiko's been holed up in that spot and he's going to be taking a fight here. Freeing still accounting for multiple angles, and it comes down to this game of timings again once more. Kiko might have just missed it, but they missed each other, but still backs going to be turned towards it. Freeing strikes. Brings it into a 2-on-2. Time starts to tick here.
It's a good timing for Mako.
Riaman there picking up the ghost. That's a beautiful shot there from Trex. Immediate returning, but Mako now alone onto the site in a 1v2. Happens to the defuse already. Gliding to the side. That's Cow to finish him off. Pistol round goes to Team Liquid.
The person we had the most attention on, Nats, disappeared from that fight very early on, didn't he? But this is the shot I'm talking about. Patty getting that one onto Hyunmin makes all the difference in that situation. And Mako cleaned up. Nice double-up play from Team Liquid in elbow.
Nice kills. Nice kills, Patrick.
Now think about the way that they played that round, though. Very slow, very contacty to take the space they needed to run and execute. One of the big reasons that I'm a fan of the double duelist comps, we don't know which are better. Hello, wait a second, this might be the Aspas play. Paranoia.
Maybe going for it.
Saturate over the top.
Someone's contact him and takes it. It's going to be diffusing immediately the play that he wanted to go for. But
I thought they were going to run a trap play there off Flashback's contact, but decided not to invest it. Anyway, one of the big reasons that I'm a big fan of the double duelist compositions is because you can run site pops a lot.
Sure.
And most of the comps that you're running on this map, you need mid on attack side or you just lose. But I think the Pacific teams, and now Team Liquid, are starting to discover that if you put double duelist into your comps, you don't get punished on the flank that much. and you can do a lot of these B execs as they're going for now. Obviously, there's no one home here, though.
Yeah, no resistance here. Will be that open side, open plan. DRX grouping up. Doing a bit of economical damage will be key. Maybe even just going down to the spike to ensure that they don't get the ults online, because it's another benefit, I suppose, of running this double duelist. You have fantastic ults to go into many hits. You get that rolling. DRX are going to know it well. They've been playing this comp for a bit now and really define themselves in terms of their playstyle as well, running this double duelist. Flashback on the Yoru, Hyunmin playing the Waylay.
Yeah, I think the theory is fantastic from DRX. It's what won them that opening game. That's trying to build up towards an ultimate.
Just some warm-up shots for him, really.
I'm interested to see how good his tech looks. We know that Nats is a phenomenally skilled player, but he doesn't normally play agents that have to make extremely quick decisions in the midst of chaotic moments. I mean, sometimes the way that he plays Viper, he creates the chaos and thrives within it. But the APM is going to increase a little bit for him playing here on Waylay. I do think, though, that DRX deserve an enormous amount of credit for coming in with this. I think of it as like a mosquito composition with Flashback and Hyunmin. You know, constantly harassing each other, both with those escape mechanisms.
Having to swat down either of all players.
Yeah, you have to push Hyunmin away before Flashback jumps into your face.
Well, looks like they're gearing up now. Team Liquid for a full-on exec into the B site. We'll be up to Freeing. We'll be up to Mako to see if they can push it back and shove it off. Good call for the cancel. That's going to be sending it in as well. We'll be looking for it. Fast lane up to try and divide this one up, but the wall is going to be, okay, popped up immediately. Great with the blind. Kiko does respond, though, with that kill straight away, but up towards the top through an open target, and a sitting duck at that. Mako. Quick dismissal. That horn's broken, and this guy is on fire right now. Locks him out of the sight. Util, not a problem for him. Neither were the players. Leaves it down to Trex. But he's going to have a tough time of things.
Well dealt with there by DRX. I think a lot of what you're going to be looking at on Liquid as well is judging how good and how well practiced these execs look too. Because tight timings, when you contrast that over to DRX, their discipline and the way that they play this version of the double duelist comp, the timings have to be immaculate, right? And their Team Liquid, Nats was third player in, something like that, got stuck behind the wall.
You'd want to see your Waylay going in. Trigger the wall, trigger the util, pull back out.
Yeah, usually
go for a repop, but
usually these Waylay double duelist comps, you're right, the Waylay is a distraction.
30 seconds left.
And you retract out to play your other duelist in. And I think that's what Hyunmin and Flashback do miraculously well. That could just be Team Liquid not quite executing properly, or it might be a sign of some lack of experience on a new comp that they're trying to pull out and play. Yeah, well, and of course it would be an experience. It's the first time Nats has ever played duelist in his pro career. He's played so many games.
You have to assume they've been having some level of success with it, at least in practice, to be able to pull it out.
I don't know, man. You can't have been playing that many scrims with this. I think this might just be like pure theory, couple of scrims.
Bit of a pocket pick as well, throw it out.
You know what else is interesting? Team Liquid's Academy roster runs quite a lot of Waylay Yoru. So I was surprised the first time when Team Liquid got really caught off by DRX's comp, but maybe Nat's talking to the Academy team and getting some tips.
Another similar group up here. It's Bane who sees all those signs of life. Someone's going to get it off nice and early, trying to dominate inside that smoke of Flashback. Can't get out of it. Overwhelmed by the presence of the duelists. It's Nats who takes his life. Creeping up slowly, surely, up towards that A-Link. Freeing could be seeing, yep. Few heads. Just showcase. Nats is also going around the world here. Not
DRX
sure what the premise is of it.
DRX are giving Team Liquid a lot of mid control. It looks very similar to the pistol round, doesn't it? Where they just take A-Link basically for free, contacting up mid. I think that's a big hole in the defense right now for DRX. And again, it's this protocol of 3 players cowering towards the back of the site. It's really uncomfortable to defend A like this.
All broken. DRX is going to be feeling it now. Well, the Util 7 flying forwards as well. It goes evenly on either side, hand in hand, to try and stall and stun them out. Nats has found his way into the B side with the wall tripped up. Freeing, really seeing if he can be tested there. And it's Kiko with the trade online, quick up through mid. Creating that avenue with a help, and Nats as well. All this distraction, and look at these DRX players. I mean, Bane and Hyunmin all the way in spawn.
Oh my god,
they've missed it potentially. There's that timing. Nats was low enough, but still as a shot to the dome does him in.
Patitech is miles away from this play as well.
2v3,
they don't know where Bane is.
Yeah, they're still looking for a bit of clearance, and Bane doesn't really want to overextend, not with a smoke in his face. Time will start to tick. Hyunmin's finished though, and that leaves it just down to Bane in a 1v3. Unlikely that he's going to want to try and play this one. Far too unlikely.
Well, I was talking about that gap up through middle, but the patience played there by Team Liquid as they paused before the A exec allowed Nats. Of course, he's lurking still while playing Waylay, but he lurks into the B site, gets past the Vice util, and calls for his team to come back in that direction. So clearly here, Nats is still going to have some of those rounds, I guess, where he's playing it in his classic style despite being on a completely different role.
Bring that pressure elsewhere on the map.
And I do love the idea of fast starts to these defaults, because you can go into a quick A exec or you can slow down the tempo like they did here. They get into a 5v4 and they just pump the brakes entirely. That makes it very difficult for the DRX to figure out what's going on because they don't control mid.
Yeah, I think you've diagnosed it perfectly there, to be honest, just off the rip. Of what we've seen of Corrode being played, mid-control, vitally important. DRX not really making too many adjustments towards. I mean, there's a deep paranoid. This is going to be a trap play. The Aspas play, potentially. You're going to see a lot of util flying out forwards, and there it is. It's that hinder, drop down, double dash forwards, but Hyunmin respects it, seeing that there was no connections. Immediately refracts back to the rest of his team.
It's a nice set play, but people are more aware of it now.
Yeah.
And there's no Viper. Normally the Viper would be over there throwing the orb and stuff, but Trex doesn't have to be tucked in that corner. And again, Team Liquid have taken a lot of mid here for free at the start of the round.
Just given up.
Flashback was thinking about opping this round and decided to go for the Vandal instead. I wonder if that would have been more over towards denying space in mid. Once more, this pause. This time, though, they don't have quite the same level of space. Normally, Hyunmin's been pushed back into the site when Team Liquid pump the brakes. This time, DRX can still jiggle and get some A main info. And Mako can see towards A-Link as well. Smoked off now.
Hyunmin going to get his chance, really, but again, the barrel points out as well. Spoils his position that he's playing in. Mako, stray shot spammed out. So Nightfall's going to be scattering, connecting onto a multitude of these players. No sound cues now, and that A-hit looks like it's being committed to. Team Liquid want to try and send this one flying forwards. Hyunmin and Mako looking to see if they can hold this one all the way back. Hyunmin really being tested in that spot, but the duelists have already dropped for DRX. Mako still alive here, off to the side, denies that one. Convergent paths offloaded, but it's a wasted ult. No one is home. It's a reflank occurring. That A-Link space being absorbed up, and Mako is dealt with eventually.
Good TP from Kiko.
Leaves it into the 2v2 here. Nat's still watching for it, but now with the plan again, just anticipating he could be being pushed up. Again, time is of the essence. It's really running short. Nats finds it, but again, that trade evened out. 10 seconds left. Kiko has the spike, 6 seconds remaining. We'll have to hard stick and commit this one to bring it into the extension. And freeing Rappin all the way from the side. Collected and cool with the aim.
Team Liquid this time not quite able to capitalize on the push into the A site. I think Mako did a great job of ducking in there and getting one and still being able to back off. A lot of this fight though came down to the trades right before this kill happened. But the pick onto Patty was a big one. Nats actually used all of his utility before they got into that side push, and then was the second player in trying to trade out the kills. And then had a very weird refract usage towards the end where he stuck it down in the open. He's at the top of the scoreboard for the team, but slightly strange use of the Waylay. And this time DRX fighting more over towards mid.
Team mid smoke. Haunt reveals a bit of information here for DRX. Another in through into B main, Steel Garden. So forwards now. Nats is going to be sending it straight up through mid. Hyunmin's been caught out. He was trying to take that timing when all that pressure was being applied over towards B. Team looking like they want to hard commit into this one. Still, Steel Garden's going to be fading. Guns out for Bane. Has an opportunity to really do some damage. Still just a one. Head rolling off of Camo. That trade is impeccable with the discipline. Can't quite manage it with the spray control. Flashback. He's already deep in the fight though. Flash in his face. Won't be able to see much from this spot, but Mako from the high ground can see all. Readily available, that rifle in hand. Draws it level 3-3.
The reinforcements are coming through very quickly from DRX there. Heaven dominated, Team Liquid with no opportunity to fight for additional space in the post plant. You'd love, as the attacking team in that spot, to try and take some elbow control, get up into Heaven yourself. But Mako is there so fast. A flashback coming in to reinforce. Not relying on the ults, not trying to play some level of set retake, but they're very, very quickly boxing Team Liquid in on site. And now the economy not in a good spot for Team Liquid. We're expecting this to be a defense-sided map, generally. But when you have double duelist versus double duelist, I think tend to throw that kind of preconception out the window.
Yeah.
Should be a bit more of an even map. And it has been so far.
I agree with that. Our understanding of how the map might play. Throwing out a little bit here. Double dash forwards here from Nat, but spam into the smoke. That actually caught onto Camo to seize, just in case there was a close punish, but no one really following up on most of this one. Flashback trying to reinsert onto the angle. Outlaw is the weapon for the job. Still overwhelmed over towards the B side. That's a very deep TP. Kiko's already into the back lines.
Yeah, that's incredible, actually. He's managed to get so far in. And the one player the DRX didn't want to lose, because there goes all of your thorns, there goes the wall.
Kiko could really make a solid difference here. He's got a rifle in his hands, but Flashback will spot him out there. Dimensional drift. Utilize, make sure that they can clear this one out. Have their hold onto B. Use the good fruition still. Holding it down, double dash, round in the corner. What a shot by Kiko. Great adjustment. A lot of Yuto coming flying forwards at him.
I like the proactivity from Liquid.
Really trying to get active here. Another fight to be taken as well as they're wrapping around. And Flashback was none the wiser. Taking control of that elbow control. Thorns lay it down on top of it. Bane just spots the one up towards heaven. Haunton. No one on site. It's going to clear the way for most of this one again, but the plan is in a bit of a weird spot. Mako not quite there. The Seize is going to be connecting. A bit of raw spam as well. Needs to be that defense. In order, the stick! Not denied! Mako defends in time.
The smoke up towards heaven had just been put there and denied Paditek from being able to get an angle. The plant itself as well, not in the greatest spot for them to fight over. And DRX steal that one away. I thought DRX's pressure onto the post planters was the best thing they were doing in previous rounds. This time it was Liquid who moved quicker, went up through elbow. That's a nice adjustment. But DRX still able to get it the third defuse in a row, and Flashback picks up the op to try and contest mid.
Where are you?
A lot of it off the back of Mako. A lot asked of him as a player.
Bring them down.
IGLing for the team again now as well.
Exactly as well. Normally that's going to be the traction on his performance, but
He played a great game to open against Team Liquid. Fell off a little bit in the next, so... Oh, hello, that's not supposed to happen.
that's not ideal, yeah. Happens. It definitely does happen, but... Won't be getting too much usage out of that, but the operator come to fruition with a purchase like that. Flashback's been pretty consistent so far over champs with that gun. Whenever they do pull it out, it's a rarity sometimes, but with the slower pump the brakes style of play that Team Liquid are playing, the operator getting value. Flashback immediately reinserting themselves onto the A line.
10 HP, and there's a lot of wallbang opportunities here. A little bit of spam could take him out, but Flashback survives.
It's awkward.
Stays on the line, good info for his team.
We'll have to respect that though. There's Util in his face. Gate Crash pulls back to a bit more safe position. Trex is just trying to bait out a bit of this spot here, but Smoke blooms a little bit too late there, and even that with a hinder drop down! Hyunmin! Never denied that space here, but they do not anticipate Trex whatsoever. Slipped the net straight past most of that. In a forward approach as well, he might have just carved out a bit of a space and position for Team Liquid to take advantage of. 23 seconds, spike in the middle of nowhere. Camo crawling up here, a lot of damage done straight to the body with those shots. 21 health remaining. 14 seconds left to do it. It's left into the 1v1 here, but no time.
10 seconds left.
Such a big map. It was only 12 seconds there for him to go get the spike. I'm surprised he doesn't go for a little bit of a push onto Hyunmin, because he heard exactly where he dashed to. He knew that he dashed over towards B, but I think he would have just been chasing him around the houses on the B site.
Yeah.
So instead, opts to keep the operator, which is a bit of an unusual one. I think they came into that round with Nats picking up the Outlaw. Yeah, there's a fight over there towards mid with it. And the bigger gun wins the day, but now... I mean, they've been playing a bit of a slow attack side, considering they're playing the double duelist. They're trying to go for these like late round execs, maybe just trying to wait out gate crashes from Flashback.
I think that's part of it, yeah. Big win con for a lot of these teams in the Euro meta is waiting out slow attack side rounds at the beginning.
But after 4 rounds in a row from DRX, 3 of which they played fantastically, one where they maybe got a little bit lucky with sticking that defuse, Team Liquid are going to take a tactical timeout and try to adjust something, because the theory has been decent, but the execution has just not been quite there to be able to take out DRX. And this map pick was so unusual to start with, Brett, even before we got to the crazy Nats on Waylay comp, because Team Liquid have picked a map here that they're 1 and 2 in this year.
They haven't had good results on it.
Not particularly, and they've been trying a range of different compositions. But the odd thing as well is that DRX have been 1-3 this year. I would just argue that DRX have been doing that in a better region for Corrode.
Sure.
I haven't been too happy with the way that EMEA teams have been playing it.
There's always going to be a lot of variance as well when a new map comes out.
Absolutely.
You go to an event, there's been a bit of a break. Teams have had time to practice. So.
Yeah, that's completely true. But I think Team Liquid taking such a gamble with their own map pick shows you how far they wanted to push things away from the previous series.
Take it in a different direction.
And yet we still have Abyss and Bind to close, the two maps that DRX won the last time. It's a strange buy for Liquid. They saved that Operator, get a Vandal and a Guardian out, but
bought a few guns around it, right.
so much of this is on Nats and whether or not you can get an opening pick.
If he just spots one of these players as well, Freeing is peeking out Prowler.
It's hard to avoid info peeking here on B. At some point, Freeing is going to go for it. It might just be in 30 seconds.
And the angle's good for Nats.
Or right now.
Claims his life. That's going to be the Util falling down, crumbling around them, and now the pressure immediately onto Bane. Can he try and deliver? Can he try and push this one back? But that hinder into the back. He couldn't really do much about that spot here. Flashback looking to see if he can hold on to control of this area, but will respect it. Gate crash out to a bit more safety. But this is looking like a save already for DRX. They're backing themselves out slowly.
That's twice now that we've seen Freeing go down early. Clearly an area that Team Liquid realized that they can abuse coming out of the tag timeout. They knew exactly what they wanted to go for there, didn't they? Picked off the B anchor instantly and they're in. And the fact that they didn't even have to invest a Steel Garden to close that out, I mean, it's quite an easy round, I guess, after DRX have just won 4 in a row and looked by far the better team to begin.
Definitely feels easy. Like, you know, we were talking about the money situation. They had an op and 2 rifles, essentially. I think the Guardian and the Vandal forced around it. But other than that, not really a concrete buy. Still around with. Gets the job done. And
I think one of the theory points here on Nats' op is that when you're not running the double smokes, Mako can't keep everything smoked around the map. You want to keep bottom mid smoked, you want to keep A main smoked, you want to keep B main smoked. One Omen can't do all of that.
You only have so much.
Yeah, so there are actually going to be a lot of avenues on the attack side, over towards B main in particular, where they're waiting for some contact before Mako goes for that smoke. And that's going to offer an opportunity for Nats to get an opening pick. Now this time, Nats is working his way over towards B, and it looks like another trap play, pressure on Tex.
See how this one goes. Just hearing that early flash from Trex. Sends it flying forwards, but it was dodged, so we didn't get the indicator that there were players posted up into B.
But he leaves the danger zone. And at some point here, DRX have got to dismantle the trap play, because you can't commit 3 players to B the entire round.
Fully relying on your team to just hold it down over towards A. Got the Warn, the wall and the 2 sets of Thorns up, but Prowler doesn't spot anything. It's a game of question marks right now. DRX are trying to piece together where the hell Team Liquid are on the map. Jumpman re-exploring in through mid. Nats is himself going walkabouts.
Early use of the refract as well. He's going to now recognize that there's a Vice wall in front of him, tries to bait it out.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. 3rd time's the charm. Flash gets some acknowledgement there as well.
But throughout all of this, DRX are not super happy about information in mid. Hyunmin's trying to pick it up. And we've seen him take those fights with Saturate, but right now, is this a real exec?
I'll be going into these players as well. They only have the classics really to their name. Hinder slightly and slowly gliding down, Freeing. Yeah, wasn't really favored in a fight like that. Steel Garden as well. We've fully taken away any other remaining guns. Team Liquid putting themselves a bit of a spot onto the side to get the clan down now. Yeah, DRX again left just scrambling.
It's really controlled from Liquid.
They do want to make a go for it though. 3v5 here. DRX previously went for the save. This time looking like they want to commit, maybe looking for a pick.
They've got the money to do so.
Smoke off into elbow. Nats kind of ready there. Convergent pass is ready to try and save them. What an entry, Jumpman though. Still shut down. Kiko into the corner, was not cleared out. He's that danger player still. Aim is sharp for Mako, but not sharp enough to try and dissuade the rest of Team Liquid. They brought it 5-5.
What a savior Kiko is in that corner playing anti-flash, because the entry, the idea, the theory from DRX, remarkably solid in that moment. Coming back in with the double dash and the flash, completely caught these players. In fact, Kiko not even anti-flash, just tucked in the corner, unable to be punished and not really noticed by Hyunmin. Nearly sat on top of him, didn't he? Landed in Kiko's lap. Okay, now both teams have an op. You heard Nat's comment at the end there, they wanted the op, but they've given it to Patitek, and they're doing something fast.
Convergent player through mid. Gonna go for a bit of a split potentially. Slower through A main as well, but it does give them that A-link control. DRX have been happy to, this entire map so far, just give up all mid control. Playing deep tucked onto the side, trying to anchor it down, but that double dash forwards, backwards, and that's just looking for the information. That's a, okay, saturate, drop down. Was that zone saturate?
Oh, Nat's got caught. I think it was Yummin's, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. And now they're going back into a slow contact A hit, knowing that the defenders will have started to spread out again.
It's on Hyunmin. Towards it, already to rumble of a footstep stun, ricocheting, dash back and away, but Bane kind of just baited and left out into the open, conversion pass of his own, dropped out. Hyunmin lights out with a shot like that, rips a head clean off that, and the shot missed. Hold on, that's going a bit wild and wacky. The kills are definitely going away Liquid. Just freeing, left alone now. 1v3 for him.
Jack's able to get planned down and a really solid position on the site.
Spike planted.
Tough spot for freeing.
Yeah, does he want to go for it?
Team's not going to be able to buy in the next round, but you might feel like you need this one. What are his chances of winning a 1v3? They're low, but your chances of winning the next round are going to be low with light buys as well.
He needs an opening pick here. Kiko crouched up on a pixel angle now. He just wants to save the rifle. Conservative here.
If he'd been given some level of a freebie, possibly he would have gone for it, but Team Liquid are really running this in an unusual way, and I think it's throwing DRX off. When I've watched a lot of the Pacific teams play this double duelist style, they are a little more straight up about it.
Yeah.
They're getting into position and they're running site execs. When Team Liquid are doing it, they're running the Waylay ult at the start of the round just to take space on A, and then they pause for 30 seconds, something like that.
Yes.
Maybe even longer for the defenders to spread back out, and then they re-exec into A.
You can tell us, I mean, it's twisting DRX's brains.
Yes.
Into pretzels. I mean, they don't know what's going on around the map.
Mako unlucky to not be able to get this kill cleaner, because then he couldn't have been traded. Had to swing out super deep and ended up getting caught by Trex. And then they were still in a 2v3, but Camo was doing a great job of getting in behind his players and shutting down anyone on DRX taking a peek.
Yeah.
Now the DRX economy is broken, but the ults at least are gone for Liquid.
I'm going to see them sending 5 players grouped up here from Team Liquid. Looks like a very much all-in, honest look towards the B. See how they deal with this one. See if they send Nats forwards. Sees, connects onto... Nats is really finding it difficult to get much done into this spot. So that double dash is there, but he's blinded up! Bane finds his mark, at least with a full double. They don't realize that Kiko was already in. It was that double TP still. The team ready. Rifles well trained onto the choke point. Flashback. Firing off.
And you see when Team Liquid run a more standard set B exec, DRX, all the defensive protocols are ready. So the fact that Nats has called these little pump fakes in previous rounds appears to be absolutely vital to getting them to a 6-6 half. And I say 6-6 because the chances of Patitek winning a 1v4 in this spot are impossibly slim. Incredible back and forth beginning on this map.
Yeah.
A bit of an unknown for both teams, middling in the map pool, Nats on Waylay. A ridiculous way to begin a rematch between two teams, especially when they're both excellent at the next one coming up on Abyss.
Mako, explanation, but that's a first kill given up. Hyunmin, no trade in sight. There's 27 seconds left to play with. Mako deep onto the side alongside Bane. Bane is low.
But this would be a world-class clutch.
It really would have to be. With Flashback getting all the information as well now. That Dimensional Drift going to be hot on its heels alongside the Prowler
no
still.
way.
Hold on, Mako's
No
down.
way.
Inside the Dimensional Drift, there's no way you can try and make a play towards this one here. DRX, Bane with a defuse, sticking this one. Flashback has it covered.
Oh, the health, though, down to 32. And Patitek also almost, made a miracle a reality. DRX stays strong, though, for a 6-6 half. And that's with Team Liquid winning the pistol, calling some nice rounds, throwing DRX's defense off. We'll see if the Mosquito comp can twist the brains of Team Liquid's anchors when the sides are swapped coming up.
It's going to be an interesting look at the approach that both of these teams have to this double duelist on Corrode.
Nice try. Nice try.
You get to see those attitudes as well. But before we get into that as well, let's hear from Lou. She's down in the crowd right now, standing by.
Et le petit prince est à la maison. Yopa, KC Blue Star player, is here in his castle at Les Arènes. Yopa, what a pleasure to have you here at KC Arena. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, all those players on stage have been playing in the Tier 2 before, so does it make you dream about playing Champs? And how long is it going to take you to be there? Donc tous les joueurs ont évidemment été dans le T2 avant d'être ici. Est-ce que ça te fait un peu rêver? Et combien de temps ça va te prendre avant d'être ici aux Champions?
Forcément, en rejoignant l'académie, ça donne envie de jouer les Champions avec une équipe française. Et je pense que l'année prochaine, ça pourrait être possible avec AC.
Oh, avec KC, maybe with KC next year, KC VCT, this could be possible. I like that teasing from Yopa. Very good answer indeed. And the second question I wanted to ask you, you did amazing with KCBS on the reveal role this year, but I wanted to know, who's your role model? Who are you looking up to as a reference? Donc, qui est ta référence en matière de rôle? Tu as été très fort en reveal cette année, mais c'est qui ta ref?
Au début, quand j'apprenais le rôle, c'était vraiment Léo de chez Fnatic. Mais là, récemment, c'est vraiment Riens de chez Team Heretics.
I think that's a pretty good answer indeed, une bonne réponse. So my reference has been at the beginning of the game, Leo from Fnatic, and we miss him of course. And now it has been Riens from Team Heretics, two very good players indeed. And we're gonna see if there's gonna be a reveal diff here on Corrode. See you.
So far, these teams evenly match, 6-6 here, even with DRX ending up losing the opening pistol. Managed to drag it back nice and even here, and we'll take a closer look as well at that Coinbase Econ report. Pick your poison.
We'll go for Nats, shall we? We'll take a look at the guy. It is a player that you might not expect to be on this role, on this agent.
Yeah.
First time that he's ever played a duelist. It's also a bit odd to see him often going in. He had a couple of lurk rounds. He was picking out the Outlaw and the AWP.
It's like a weird blend of how a duelist might play and how he might play.
Yeah.
He's playing Viper.
Yeah. So
it's odd.
Now that the team's on defense side though, how perfect do their retakes look? How good are the site anchors? People like Trex, people like Kiko, or potentially even Patty in these spots. Can they push away Hyunmin and deal with flashback? Look at that, 506 games played.
That's insanity.
First time on Duelist. And so far, it's interesting.
Yeah. If there was ever a time to pull it out,
it's certainly not terrible.
Now we get to see how they perform on the defense. DRX. Patient at the beginning, scared of the potential of a trap play. They know how these comps work, but now gearing up and grouping up for this B hit.
They actually had double Sheriff posted on an aggressive line over towards A, so they should be fairly ready for this B hit.
Here it is, backing in double. Oh, what a shot! Magnetic to the dome of Kiko, and that reveal into the back. Trex, his position noted. Maka with the quickest cleanup. Plan could go down now. A little bit of concern over towards heaven. You can see the ping from Bane. Making sure that his team's watching it and covering it, but they immediately take up control and residency in that elbow area.
Huge difference between how good and how coordinated DRX look on that B exec.
Flashback from on high as well. This team's going to be able to play off his contact here from this position, but just hopping up on top of the boxes. Nats does claim the one life. A lot of damage done though, and Paddy and Nats low enough here that the gust of wind is going to be bringing them down at this point. Discipline from DRX should reign supreme, and okay, given that one, Nats burning up a bit more, has to really push back against all that util and a peak on top of it, so DRX get that pistol. Round 13.
That's exactly how the coaches have drawn it up. Double dash in. No value from the flash there. In fact, if anything, it was actually Trex that was pushed off the line. Both Vice flashes. The attackers actually finding more value. Really solid stuff from DRX. Showing how it's supposed to be done with comps like this. And now pistols even on both sides. First for Liquid, second for DRX.
Seeing an attempt at a play. Seen this one before, but Nats is getting caught on the wall. Couldn't get over it here. It's very much all in though. The rest of the Team Liquid willing to take that space here, and they're going to be hearing the rumble of the footsteps. DRX calling for this one. Rolling retreat, absorb the aggression, don't give away any guns.
Flashback's a little committed, a little stuck.
Out in the open, Max still gets the 2. And Flashback is, as you mentioned, hard committed here. Marshall in hand though, surely. What is that with a classic? Still getting it done, Kiko. Unfortunately though, the last one left. A little bit of damage, picks up the gun. Guardian in hand.
Yeah, damage is actually the name of the game here, right?
I mean, Free and Flashback and Bane don't have guns that they want to take into the next, really.
Yeah, yeah. So
They'd like to retrieve some of these weapons that have been dropped down, but they are miles away in Abyss. You've got to get a bit of a marathon sprint on if you want to claim them.
Flashback might be able to get it.
I don't know. It's so far away, man.
Now, they had 2 players that didn't buy fully in that round. But that's it. Everything else is not really that useful for a bonus.
Don't claim any of the guns either.
So pretty decent damage being done there. That's going to make DRX's bonus have a lot less sting to it. Having said that, the 2 rifles have been given over to the 2 duelist players. And I think Hyunmin and Flashback between the 2 of them could still cause a lot of damage.
Time to see what they can do. We know that they've been good for it.
They both have full armor as well, so Nat's Outlaw is not going to hurt the duelist players.
That's taken a very deep peek. Not going to refract back either, so he's just going to remain on that angle.
It's not bad, because he can use his dash in order to disengage. But he decides to give it up.
Concedes it a bit more.
Very patient, but also maybe a bit cautious from DRX. Worried that Team Liquid are going to run something aggressive against them, because the previous round was so all in.
Ooh, that's not intended.
No, that's not useful. But Nats just takes the angle anyway.
A lot to watch, though.
They have no space.
Yeah, looking on either side here. DRX finally starting to get some control of the map, but...
Well, they're trying to push back Nats, but Nats has already gone over to A-Link.
Real slow going. Onto the flash. Players are maneuvering, swapping sides all over the place here.
You do have to do something here, DRX, before the time gets to 30 seconds.
40 seconds, that's a lot of damage down onto Flashback. Couldn't quite claim that kill onto Nats.
Okay, they're starting to take their space now on A.
Player, 34 seconds left. They could get pushed back even more. Seeing it dash forward now from Hyunmin. To hinder for a hinder. Towards the back there, a couple of straight shots on top of it, but the stalwart defense occurring onto the side. Thorns at your feet, a lot of damage being done here, but still DRX are claiming the kills. Nats secluded. Carrying in a corner here, maybe able to carve out a bit of a space for his team to get back in, but a plant down for DRX. Time element being pushed down to the final moments. With micro adjustments from Bane as well. Just snap straight back to the cranium. Camo's done. Finished. Nats, though, still remaining here. There's Thorn in their sides. Control over Albo. No more contesting happening from DRX. Freeing, though. We'll be able to see this one. Gun first, then the body. Drops. Nats is finished.
In rounds like this, once you get to the actual portion of the site exec, I think you're seeing the difference between the comfortability of these 2 teams, or the comfort, rather, of the 2 teams playing these comps. It's the duelists again. It's the way that Hyunmin and Flashback play off each other. The site anchor player, okay, there's a hinder thrown out, which is nice to stop Hyunmin from getting too deep, but then all of the flashes come through. A flash for Hyunmin, the clone comes out as well. The player on site is so blind. Don't need to see that again.
Off the railings, yeah.
But it's this play here, look at that. Flash through, around the corner, just sets up nicely for Hyunmin. And Flashback is right behind. That deadly duo, ping-ponging back and forth.
Hey, nice blind, man.
It's so difficult for Team Liquid to deal with. And their economy dies here as DRX wins the bonus. DRX looks so clean.
Another trap play called for here by Team Liquid. That's a stun. Lay it down, and that just sits on it like an egg.
Yeah, I mean, the difference in terms of the execution of these ideas is palpable.
Night and day, yeah. Flashback is deep up mid, though. Could be risking handing over a gun, especially with Kiko clearing that one up, but poor position, maybe a chance for it to be reclaimed. That's the goal right now for Team Liquid. Upgrade the armaments.
Trex has a Bucky anchoring A here, which could still get funky. Oh, what a shot, though. Paddy deleted. And the 2 players with guns on the opposite side of the map.
DRX looking honed today.
They really are.
Turning up to play. Haven't really been mentioning the stakes too much because honestly we've been infatuated, I think, with just the idea of Team Liquid's comp, but it's elimination. It's one of the last chances to advance into playoffs, to get a continuation of your year.
And for Team Liquid, the #1 seed coming out of EMEA, the team that just lifted the trophy in that region, they expect to be able to make playoffs.
The whole year has just been relatively disappointing for them.
Yeah, they haven't managed
international events.
Haven't managed to make playoffs in any of the events this year.
Yeah.
Trex, don't write him off. And Kiko.
Hey, yep, hold on. Damage being done and kills found and claimed this time.
No way.
He's running fully away from the Mako. Set the spray and pray here, but a spike shot down. That's a thrifty win, mate. We're talking storylines. Team Liquid are waiting in the dark.
Well, it's exactly what we were talking about. There's a Bucky anchor in the site. And if you just get smoked off like that, it's gonna feast. This kill in mid, though, that Kiko got, I don't think should ever be happening. You know, free and lands at 140, and then re-peeks back in, and Kiko's aim is so sharp and precise.
Always works.
But if DRX had hit the A site and managed to deal with Trex's Bucky anywhere in the last 30 seconds, they would have been in a great spot. Is this a trap again towards B?
Might be. They're grouped up for it. Prowler forwards. Looking to try and take the fight. Yeah, it's delayed. In around to the side, but that flashback, he's found himself a lower pocket, and that's his out of there. He's going to play in the rest of his team. That kill found. That's two players potentially spotted out here. Flashback to get his acknowledgement on twin double dash forwards into that one. Hyunmin cannot be stopped, cannot be denied. Alongside Bane. Methodical and surgical. It's the way that DRX just really able to take sites like that.
Details missing again from Team Liquid. They didn't have anybody holding contact over towards B main, and Kiko actually tried to throw a smoke somewhere else on the map before he threw the paranoia. So there's a timing window there for Flashback to tuck into the bricks angle. He wouldn't have had that timing if someone had been holding contact, and he wouldn't have had the timing if they'd paranoid off rip. But because they did both, because they made two small errors there with their setup, it allows DRX to get the punish on the trap play. It's all just about experience, man. The areas that Team Liquid are tripping up and where DRX are flourishing, it all comes down to just time playing these comps in scrims. DRX have had a long time coming into this tournament to refine this theory, and they've hit on something really nice. And Liquid are a bit more desperate, trying to swap over to this last minute.
Trying to pull it out. See, yeah, just here, I mean, they send you to flying forwards, but because they're doing it delayed, there's nothing for the gap that's just created in that space, that little partition of seconds where Flashback can insert himself.
Now we wait.
3-round lead for DRX here. They've been in control almost from the get-go, to be honest. Decided the opening pistol round, but from this point on, stringing together the rounds like it's nothing.
This B exec has been an enormous problem for Team Liquid. You know exactly where Hyunmin's been pathing to, into the hut. I think that calls for some specific ante, to be honest. But obviously Hyunmin's been amazing at dodging danger and recognizing danger too. This looks like an ult. Yeah,
convergent pass is going to be unleashed here. Actually, the 9-4, overloaded and overlapped on top of each other. That's a Venn diagram of depth that you do not want any part of. Kiko's out of there. Didn't want to play a part towards it. Maka with a DTP. He's flashed up, lines it up. Still hard commits onto it, though, and he has that space confirmed for the rest of his team. Bodies, though, flooding in. Team Liquid trying to get going! But you can't do anything against Flashback. 3 removed, and the last is known. Paddy is going to be not long for this world. Dropped down to 23 health in a 1v3. Multiple positions he's going to have to clear, but Maka's got his eye on all of it.
The B exec is so nice. Hyunmin even goes into a different position this time, dashes a little closer towards the right side. Mako combos it with a TP and is in a really annoying position. But it's Flashback who just barrels in there, taking up all of the space and hitting a monstrous spray transfer with a Vandal. Team Liquid forced to take attack timeout. DRX are flexing their muscles out there. Nothing that Team Liquid have tried is working to stop the hit into B. And this was a nightmare for them last time. We saw them play on Abyss and Bind, and the attack side on Abyss, Team Liquid couldn't really figure out how to stop them.
Oh, struggling.
The only rounds that Team Liquid won on defense were they full pushed out on, you know, and tried to take fights before the execs could even happen. And then on Bind as well, we saw Team Liquid really struggle with the combo of this Waylay and Yoru. They had some time to look at those VODs, they've had some time to prep. So in the next 2 maps coming up, maybe we'll see some more kind of anti-strat stuff. But here, even when they know what's coming, they cannot stop it. The big problem is, even if you know where Hyunmin is going, If Hyunmin lands coming out of his dash and sees that he's going to die, he immediately teleports away and you've kind of wasted your time.
He's so consistent.
And then he just plays in flashback afterwards. And yet, if you don't punish Hyunmin, then he sticks his dash. And then he's in a really deep position.
And often coming up with a kill.
Yeah, I think the theory is really nice from DRX. And the timing and the execution of it is beautiful too. A lot of pressure here on Liquid with bad money.
Bad money and the gambit of this Corrode pick not really working out in their favor. Early days yet in the series, of course, even though it is Abyss and Bind. Team that loses often is going to come back with a lot of improvements, so we'll see if Team Liquid, what they can do as we get deeper into the series. But for DRX themselves, once more, listen, getting easy access to the B site. Their exits have been working out beautifully, so don't switch it up. Hyunmin, again, similar pathing, just touch himself deep. Trying to play the rest of his team in. Full evacuation here from Team Liquid. They don't want to play onto the side.
And because Hyunmin doesn't see the danger, he sticks it. Heaven TP,
They want to
are
fight
they
this
aware?
forwards. Yeah, they want to fight this forwards. Mako's just TP'd onto just the slightest of perches. Kiko off to the corner, but how do you contend with this? How do you contest with this? You can't, man. It's overwhelming. Flashback and Hyunmin, this dynamic duo, takes sights by storm.
And they're so good at going immediately and taking elbow control, aren't they? The deeper smoke for Mako, so that when he TPs up into heaven,
No hesitation with it.
he knows that nobody's going to be able to punish him. It's not like he's TPing into a smoke that somebody could be hiding inside of.
They're just on
And
the
then
edge of it.
On the edge of the hinder too, so not even punished by Nats. It's really good stuff. And if you're not putting enough pressure on the B exec, they just immediately take extra space in elbow, and it's a nightmare. I love what DRX are doing out there. They're really putting down picture-perfect ideas with this composition. Liquid are out of their depth.
Where are you?
One more round is all DRX need now. Want to set them up. Paddy does land a shot. Flashback's taken out early. Could be big for them.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Trex has moved his positioning over towards B. He has an ultimate to be able to shut down a B exec. So DRX have to try something different in this round. But they've got 5 opportunities to close out here on their opponent's map pick.
That's damage done. Bait and switch play. That's trying to aim to pretend like it's just him. Camo, hopefully not clear, but a Prowler. Yeah, it's a last-minute adjustment towards it. Paddy, pixel angle. No kills found. We'll have to concede and give up most of that space now. Drifting back away.
A player's getting pushed back, but DRX calling for a B split. Nice idea from Mako, down a player.
Making moves now. It's a double dash to try and clear all those close corners. That's going to be heard out here by Team Liquid. They still have a lot of util. Elbow control is going to be vital to hold on to now. Team Liquid, up the Trex. And Kiko.
They're just trying to hold elbow.
Have a TP up top. Just on the edge of it. Kiko, though, is not going to be called out twice here. The fight towards elbow is going to be anticipated. It's a steel guard that's been primed, held, ready, waiting.
5v3.
Not actually being used. 5v3 here. Team Liquid feeling like they maybe have to use absolutely everything to get this round over the line. Being pushed to the absolute limits, even with the player advantage here. Freeing, looking for a safe spot to try and hide in here. Horn for a horn. Going to be dealt with, dropping down out onto the side of Shorties. Could be doing a bit of damage. Forward is the fight to be taken, but Hyunmin cleaned up and now the rifle back. Ready and waiting for too many targets. Overwhelmed here. Vayne will have to be unreal in that spot. There's too much.
So a successful first of 5 to be put on the board for Team Liquid if they want to try to take this to OT. But I'm personally not a fan of using that Steel Garden towards the end. I can understand the logic of you just need to close out the round. Your opponent's on map point. But if you're not able to win a 5v3 without an ultimate like that, then I don't really see how you're going to be able to win another 4 in a row when you don't have access to it. I think you need to be saving those because now DRX can just run into B. They can literally just run their B exec and they don't have to be worried at all. I mean, even if Paditek was here with a fade ult, I don't think it would stop them. That Steel Garden was great for forcing Mako to choose different options, and now he's just straight back to the well.
Should have sent it. The only one to real stop them. Kiko's close to the judge. Nice touch to the corner here. Dimensional drift forward is going to be the first partition to enter here for DRX. Just seeing if he can catch sight, and does see it, hears it. The judge in play, double dash forwards now as well, knowing that the sight is completely given up. And a fight to be taken, yes. Flashback, not scared, doesn't cower against it, even knowing that he's up against that judge. And fight to be taken here, but that knife ball doesn't connect, no clearance forward it. Camo, he's there with a trade, but this is too much to deal with at this point. He's DRX players ingrained onto the site and whittled down one at a time. Just Camo left to stand against it. Sharp on the first, but can he land the second? 3 more players to deal with. Overdrive now popped off. Hoping for a freebie, but the discipline of DRX is just far too good. Stray shots as well, damage being done. Definitely tickling and dropping these DRX players down, but it's all up to Bane, and Bane just finishes it. Forcing Kama to do the backflip. Map 1 goes the way of DRX.
Team Liquid with a big risk here, going over towards Corrode, a map that they're 1 and 2 on, now 1 and 3 all year. Putting Nats on the waylay, but coming up short. DRX's theory just way too strong.
It's time to see as well if Team Liquid have done some learning from the last time they played off. Abyss is going to be next. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.